Yes.
So I went to Germany, and I had to take the shower in the railway station.
So shower?
Bath. Take a shower bath. Have a bath.
Ah, I see.
Because we had to go to a temple where we were staying, but that temple was not opening till late. So then we had to pay money in the railway station, train station, and take a shower bath. And first time I saw naked men in the shower. I also had to remove clothes, and I just liked that.
So you were both naked in the...
No, not in the same shower, but different showers. But I liked that fact when I saw, and I like to become naked myself in front of other men, and let the other men see my naked body, and I saw the. So that part was also very enjoyable for me. But again, I didn't know why I'm liking that.
So that was after New York?
It was much after. It was, I think, in 1980 when I was around 14 years old. Or maybe a little older, 14 or 15. So those kind of experiences I liked. But I didn't know that why I'm liking this, and I was thinking maybe it is just a temporary phase in my life, and when I become a little older, then these kind of this behavior is going to go away. And
you will become heterosexual.
I will, yeah. I mean, not the fact that I knew I was heterosexual or homosexual, but I would say it is a passing phase in my life, and it would kind of go away once I become older.
So when did you learned about homosexuality?
So it was much later in my life, because I also got married to a woman, and marrying a woman was my own choice, because at that point of time I didn't know I was gay, and I thought I was as good as any other person in this, I'm straight. So I got married to a woman, a princess, out of my own choice. It was not forced upon by my parents. And it was only after my marriage it was unsuccessful and it ended up in a divorce that I realized that there is something seriously wrong with me. And I'm not like any other person, because my wife was absolutely normal, and I would say I was abnormal, but I was different. So I had no sexual attraction towards my ex-wife. We didn't have sex. The marriage was not consummated. She was a virgin after marriage also. So non-consummation of marriage is a very valid ground for divorce in India. So we got divorced very easily. Within few months we got divorced, and my ex-wife got married also again. And my parents were trying to get me married again to another girl, but I was resisting that, because I wanted to find out what went wrong, why did the marriage fail. So in that process I kind of discovered my sexuality, but for that I had to break certain royal protocols,
such as,
because I was not allowed to go out without being accompanied by servant and driver and car. So I decided to go out. I decided to go out in the public transport, trying to explore and trying to find out who am I, why I have been behaving like this since a child. And in that process I met one of the leading gay activists of India. His name is Ashok Rao Kavi. I met him through that process, and it was Ashok Rao Kavi who helped me kind of accept myself and made me realize, made me realize that all this behavior, what I am doing, is absolutely normal and natural, and it is called being gay. So I kind of realized, or rather came to terms with my sexuality when I was almost 30 years old. So it took me 30 years to realize that I am gay.
To understand the situation. And then how did you feel? So then
after I kind of had my identity, I was very much relaxed and relieved that, and not just that, I was exposed to the gay world. I was told that there are not hundreds of thousands of, there are millions of us all over the world, and I'm not the only one, or I'm not the few people, but there are a lot of other people. And he also removed me of that guilt feeling, because till then I was thinking I'm doing something wrong by being different. But then he removed me from the guilt feeling. He said, no, what you did was absolutely right. I was having that guilt feeling that I have done injustice to my ex-wife. by not giving her the sexual satisfaction. She said, no,
it's not.
It's normal. What you did was, your wife is normal and you are also normal.
It's just you're in
It's just that you are not, it's an orientation which doesn't allow you to have a attraction towards opposite sex. Unless you're bisexual, but you're not bisexual, you're gay. So it is very natural for you to have done what you have done.
He gave you an answer. Yeah. So after this this discovery of yourself, did you have the idea to come out to your parents or your friends, your servants?
There was a lot of pressure because in a royal family you're always, people are wanting to know who's going to be the next in line, who's going to take over the responsibility. So people were anxiously waiting that I get married again and bear a child to be having the next in line. So that pressure was building up, and I was trying to pretend that I'm straight, and I was living a very hypocritical life where I was not true to myself and leading a very double life kind of. So that pressure was mounting so much on me that I had a nervous breakdown in 2002 when I was around 36 years old.
From the pressure of the family?
From the pressure of the family and because I'm not a kind of a person who can live a dishonest life for a long time.
How did it manifest? What they was saying?
So it was even not from the family, it was from the people of Raj. People from my town were asking me, when are you getting married again?
Okay.
Because I was coming of age. I mean, 36 is a very old, people are already married and having children
at
by the time. So that pressure was building on me. And then I had to always tell a lie whenever I'm going out being with gay friends, and that, I'm going for this, and then I didn't like telling lies a lot and all. I wanted to kind of live an honest life. So that pressure mounted on me, and then I was admitted in the hospital for a nervous breakdown. And then I told my psychiatrist who was treating me that this is causing my anxiety, my stress. And then the doctor decided to come out and tell my parents.
The doctor, not you?
No, and doctor was very gay friendly. Doctor said, whatever you are doing, you're a normal person, and I completely understand your behavior. And if you allow, then I will tell your parents.
So you allowed the doctor to say. He was just kind of
doctor was a mediator, yes. So he told my parents that I am gay, and that's how my parents came to know.
And how did their reaction?
Their reaction was, first reaction was denial. They said he had so many girlfriends when he was in school. It's not possible.
It's not.
And we said we did our best to give him the best upbringing and grooming in Bombay. We stayed there with him and saw that he got the best education. And we did a very his cultural upbringing was because they always blame this on the culture.
They were linking the fact of being gay to failure.
No. They said he cannot be gay because they didn't take that up to them. They said he was given the best cultural upbringing with the best education, and also he cannot be. You are lying to us.
Okay.
He cannot be.
In the logic mind.
He had girlfriends. He had so many girlfriends. He had no boyfriend, but he had girlfriend. So how can a person having girlfriends become gay? So for them it was not. They were not thinking from the other point of view.
They didn't know. They never knew about your love story with the boy.
No, they didn't know that. Okay. So then the doctor said, no, even though he had girlfriend, how do you know that he had no sexual attraction towards them? He could have been just a friend to the girls, not necessarily that you're looking at the girlfriend from the heterosexual point of view. So then the doctor made them understand, and the doctor said, look, it is in your interest if you want your son to be discharged from hospital. Otherwise his condition can go worse, he can go into coma and he can die. So if you want your son to remain alive and healthy, you have to accept him the way he is, and that's how they kind of they were forced to accept me.
So they accepted.
They accepted
after
me.
The doctors.
Yeah, they accepted me just to get me discharged from hospital.
But
then after I got discharged, they went to some other doctors and told them that science has advanced, technology has advanced so much that there is cure for anything and everything in this world. So there is a cure for we don't mind spending millions on him. Even we can send him to America for treatment. and you perform any surgery you want on his brains or anything.
They were ready to give the son just to have him become heterosexual.
And unfortunately for them and fortunately for me, the doctors also to whom they approached were sensitized. Because by then, a lot of sensitization had happened in Bombay because of Ashok Rao Kavi and organizations which he has started, that they had started sensitizing the medical fraternity.
Things were moving forward
that people were understanding homosexuality, that they were not considering as abnormal. Even the Indian Psychiatric Association had declared that homosexuality is not a mental disorder.
Okay.
By then.
That's
so,
amazing.
Had they gone to the doctor, say 10 years before, maybe they would have got a different answer.
10 years before?
Yeah, suppose I would have come out to them instead of 2002, I would have come out to them in 1992. Then maybe things would have been different. But by the time, when in 2002, a lot of doctors came to know that homosexuality is not a mental disorder.
Because of the work of the advocate.
Yes, because of the gay activism. So the doctors said, no, there is no use. You can spend $1 million if you want on them. He's not going to become straight.
It will be worthless.
And then they started giving examples. Look, your son is a left-handed person. Do you think it is a disease? You cannot make a left-handed person into a right-handed person because it's not a disease. He is performing well with left hand. With left hand also he can play harmonium. With left hand he can give a law exam. Then where is he abnormal?
It's just natural.
It is natural. So that's how they explained to him, and they said, I will not recommend you to send him to America or any place. I said, and he said America does not have any
solution.
Solution.
There is just no solution because it's normal.
It is not a disease. So how can you cure it? If you have a headache, you can give a medicine and cure the headache. But so that way they try to make them understand.
Okay.
Then they decided the doctors are useless. They are not cooperating with me. So let's forget about going to doctors. Let us take them to religious leaders.
So
they will cure them.
How did it go?
So then they started taking me to religious leaders, and some of the religious leaders I knew were themselves gay and lesbians.
You knew it?
Yeah, I knew. How will they help? They are themselves, they have kind of, they are run away from life to become saints because they are themselves gay or lesbians.
So they didn't want to face
So one religious leader said, if he becomes vegetarian for 1 year of period, then he will become normal. So I said, okay, I don't mind trying it out. So I became vegetarian. For 1 year I didn't eat eggs, non-veg, anything. And after that 1 year period was over, I was still gay. So that also didn't help. Then another religious leader said, if he give him a pen and a notebook and tell him to write the God's name and fill the whole notebook up. So I said, okay, I don't mind doing that also. So I filled 5 notebooks, not just 5.
Completely.
Yeah, and
with the name of that God.
Yeah, and still I didn't. So they said, now this is too much, he's not becoming straight even after religious leaders have.
What's happening? They're not cooperative.
Yeah. So then they started threatening me. They said, okay, now we are going to tell so and so person that you are doing this kind of behavior, and then that person, once he comes to know, he will stop talking to you, he will stop being associated with you, and then you will start losing friends and you will be all alone in life. And they started that threatens, blackmailing and that kind of thing.
Their own son.
Yeah, their own son. That if you don't stop behaving, then you will do this and we do that, and they started.
So what were they asking for you to behave, like to marry?
They said if you have to live in this society, you have to get married to a woman and have children.
Still now after knowing everything, after trying everything, you marry children.
Otherwise, they said if you don't want to get married, then you leave this world and become a saint, renounce the world and become saint, or you join the hijras.
Or you joined the hijras?
Yeah.
Your family said that?
Yeah, they said that.
Okay, so they completely misunderstood sexuality and changed the story as well.
I said, neither do I want to become a saint because I don't want to renounce the world. I'm happy to be in this world. And neither I want to join a hijra because I don't think, I'm not a hijra, I'm gay.
I'm not a hijra.
So they said, okay, if you want to remain like this, then we don't want to have any connection with you. And at the same time, we'll start telling people that you are this and you are that, and then those people will lose all friends, you will become all alone, and
social death.
Yeah, thing on that.
Which is it's the worst thing that can happen in India.
So then I asked my godfather, that is Ashok, I said, my parents are saying this. He said, your parents are never going to tell anyone because they will be scared of the society, stigmatizing that you. So they don't even worry about. They will just threaten you. They will blackmail you. They are not going to take that step.
They won't say anything.
They won't. So you just relax and continue with. Then my organization was being funded by the government. So they went to the extent of threatening me that we'll go to the government and tell them that you are doing illegal activity and they'll stop your funding. Because that my mother was in Congress party and that time Congress was in power.
Because by then funding your did you already build the organization?
Yeah, my organization
Lakshya Trust?
Lakshya Trust was around 3 or 4 years old. After I came out to my parents.
Directly after? Yeah. Wow. So in 2005 or 4?
It was started in 2000 and I came out to my parents in 2002.
Okay.
And then my threatening messages and all started coming in 2004.
Alright.
2004, 2005 they started threatening me. And they said that we will stop funding coming to your organization. And then they said, oh, you're working for HIV/AIDS, one day you will get AIDS. And there'll be nobody to look after you.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So all that they started doing. So then there was too much of pressure on me, and then fortunately for me, I was contacted by a journalist who was wanting to give my interview in the media, and I said, now this is the chance. Now let me teach lesson to my parents.
So they
want to threaten me that I will tell this one and that one. I'll tell the whole world.
That's yeah. You kind of like taking the first step.
Yes. So actually, it was my parents who instigated me to come out, because if they would not have threatened me, I may not have come out. But they started threatening me and telling me that I'll tell your Guruji, I'll tell your friend, I'll tell your best friend, I'll tell your aunt, I'll tell this one and that one if you don't change your behavior.
Reappropriating your.
So I said, okay, before you will tell, I'll tell everyone. And they never expected that I'll take this step, because they thought I was very shy, timid, introvert person, not talk to anyone. Said we have taken him control of him. And he's like on remote control. If you tell him click this button, he will move forward. If you click this button, he will go back. They thought I am a remote control person, but they never understood that I could kind of take this kind of a step in the life. So I just made this big blast and shocked them totally. And they never expected that I will come out in the media and shock the whole world and tell them that yes, I'm gay. So what?
So the society, what did they say at the end? Because it was the biggest.
And then they were so terrified that they kind of took out public notices and they disowned me from the family, and they disinherited me from the ancestral property.
So it means you were left with nothing. This is their step.
Yeah, they took this step so that I could withdraw and then go back and tell newspapers that no, I lied, I'm not gay, I'm straight.
Oh, they still wanted to do that.
They still wanted to do
Amazing.
that. Still wanted to make me married.
Like we will give you back this property if you say that.
If you get married to a woman and bear a child, we'll withdraw, we'll take you back in the family, we'll give you back all the palaces and jewels and everything.
Still now, would it be the case? Are they still asking you to marry a woman, or?
They have their expectations.
And you're now 53?
52.
52.
Yeah, but of course now I think they have given up hopes, because now I come all over the media and all that. So now they think now it is not going to be possible to make him straight ever. So
too bad.
So they are very heartbroken, and they said we have lost all the hopes and nothing is going to work for him. And it is so surprising. My mother especially is a double graduate. She was the only girl to be educated in the royal family in those days. So she's done her graduation in in philosophy and post-graduation in psychology.
So from that idea you would think
so it is not necessary that a person has to be educated to know about homosexuality. That I come to that conclusion.
Or
even educated persons, if they behave in this manner, then you can realize that what will be the plight of uneducated persons.
It's about acceptance more than anything. You see in villages or in any social class, people accepting each other, and then even the royal family being like, I'm sorry, no, you need to marry a woman. It's been 10 years.
One day I told them, I said, look, you have a daughter. That's my sister. Will you get your daughter married to a man knowing that he is gay? Will you do that or no? And they had no answer. That they didn't say yes, they didn't say no. I said, when you cannot get your daughter married to a person who is gay, what right you have to get a girl married to me knowing that I am gay? You have no right to spoil other person's life.
Exactly.
I told them this finally, and then they didn't kind of answer that question, and they just left it at that. So parents are very difficult to understand. Though they know everything, they will still want to, because most parents think that it is their moral duty or responsibility to get their child married to the opposite sex, and they produce a child, and then their responsibility is over, and then they can go to heaven.
In the lifestyle society.
Otherwise, they think God will not bless them. If they don't finish this responsibility, then they will not go to heaven, they'll go to hell. So most parents think that, Okay. So in India,
my duty is to protect him, to make him pure. Okay.
They will not understand the sexuality part of it.
Now, how do you feel? And now, about you yourself?
I am now totally relaxed. I'm leading a very happy, satisfied life. At least I am not untruthful to myself. I am honest about myself. That what I am doing is, I am not living a double standard life. I don't have to tell a lie. Today if I have to go anywhere, I don't have to tell a lie to anyone. I am a transparent person. I am a person living in a glass house where outside person can see what I am doing inside. Exactly. I am not hiding anything. And truth can never be hidden. If today you are wearing a black color dress, you cannot say it is white. People are seeing that it is black. If you go tell people that white, nobody is going to believe you. So I am that kind of a person. What I am inside, I am outside.
So you don't feel stressed anymore?
No, there is absolutely no stress, and that's why maybe I look young.
Probably, yeah. You still look 20, yeah.
Exactly. So because it is stress which ages you.
Yeah.
If you are relaxed, you are comfortable with your life, you have accepted the life the way it is, then you are leading I won't say I lead a stress-free life, but yes, I am leading a life which is with less stress.
Of course, because it's life, you still have some things that happens that are difficult to handle. But
so it is see, our holy text books also say that same thing. We have many people ask me that, where do you get your philosophy from? So my philosophy is based on a religious textbook called the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Now Bhagavad Gita says very simple things, and it was written centuries and centuries ago, but if you apply it in today's world, it is so meaningful. And it says that just accept the truth. Very simply said, accept the truth. Whatever is the truth, just accept it. And don't think of the consequences. Just keep doing your work. Just keep doing your duty. Don't think about what is going to happen, what is going to be the consequences. And think about your consequences very positively. Have a very positive attitude. And things will happen. Even if a bad thing has to happen to you, think about it positively. That whatever happens, happens for the good. Keep that in mind, and you will never be a sad person, or you will never be a dissatisfied person.
Accept the way things are, and you will be peaceful.
But most of us are not able to do that. That is the reason people are sad. That is the reason people are unhappy. Because you are not accepting the truth. It is see, this book was written, this text was written so many years back, but still it is, you can apply it to your life.
To anything.
And I'm not a religious person. I don't read the Bhagavad Gita every day. I've just read it once, and I try to apply it to my life. And today I am a satisfied and happy individual.
That's fantastic. It's wonderful to hear.
Thank you.